Welcome back, amazing and beautiful people. Frédéric Joly with you tonight on this Friday, the 27th of December of 2024. We are doing an anti-New Year, which is no resolution, and it will be neither no resolution, only action that we'll do iteratively during that year. And let's start with the feel, the vibe of this end of year. This end of year that I wishes that we could like make Agile Scrum again. The great moment in Boston with music and others celebrating the give thanks for Scrum. And when I was reflecting, as I was exchanging with Andrea, and others, I came up to this craftsmanship and collaboration that we lose. And Tron was actually the one who protected the user, which is protecting the customer, those where we work for, where we build those applications for them when we do the e-commerce with a greater experience buying online and this digital era, this digital transformation. And we are so late. We are 2025 now. And did you know that just in the province of Quebec, 8% of the enterprise are digitalized and in some shape or form, whether it's their e-commerce functioning perfectly or good, it's only 8%. 8% that have implemented a certain way of digitalizing the stuff. Could you imagine that? And the promise of Scrum, the promise of extreme programming, the promise of all those techniques for software development back in the day, 25 years ago at the beginning of this millennium, was supposed to be craftsmanship and collaboration. And unfortunately, as Uncle Bob says, and let's watch it together, shall we? It's just, we'll ask the Lounge King, please, could you lower the music or shut it down for now? All right, thank you so much. Now let's see if we could go to this video embedded here. Could we? Let's watch it again.
Agile was developed by technical people. It was a creation of the software industry. Programmers sat in that room and created the Agile Manifesto and the Agile principles. And then came certification. And with certification, hordes and hordes of project managers started to get certified. And they would sit for 2 days in a class and get a piece of paper and feel that that was somehow significant. And they literally took over the Agile movement. The Agile movement shifted dramatically towards the project management side. So when you think now about the stuff going on in Agile, you're thinking about Kanban and lean this and lean startup that. And where's the technical discipline? Where's the programmers? And frankly, the programmers have all fled. You go to the Agile conference now, you don't see an awful lot of programmers there. And you don't see a lot of technical tracks there, although they try. But it's dominated heavily by the business people, by the project managers. And this has caused an interesting split. An interesting split between those people who started a craftsmanship movement and those who maintain the Agile practice. The craftsmanship movement was almost an act of rebellion. There was a group of people saying, wait a minute, we still have a voice here. We still have something to say, and we need to talk to these Agile people and get them to integrate with us, and that did not happen. And that's ironic, because Kent Beck said something at Snowbird, perhaps you remember this, James. He said, the goal for Agile was to heal the divide between business and programming. The reason we wanted to do Agile was to bring those two groups together. And I believe that's completely failed, at least from the point of view of the movement. Maybe not in individual offices and individual projects, and maybe working fine there, but the movement itself has split. So what's going to have to change? Well, one thing is that we, the Agile community, is going to have to grow up. We're going to have to define our profession. We programmers are going to have to define our profession. We're going to have to choose our practices and disciplines. Is it going to be test-driven development? Is it going to be pair programming? Is it going to be simple design and continuous integration and continuous deployment? Are those our disciplines? Let's pick them. Let's choose. Let's decide what it means to be a programmer. What are the professional disciplines? We're going to have to reunify the whole agile and craftsmanship movement, and we're going to have to lead. Somebody's going to have to lead.
Indeed. Thank you, Uncle Bob. Thank you so much, because you inspire me what's follow here. I wrote it just after I've watched this video. And for those who don't know, and what I said in the first part in French, I've been exposed and introduced to Scrum by a great engineer called McAllister and another great kind of data architect back in the day in 1999. So there were two programmers that's kind of scale up their career into becoming more enterprise architect, solution architect. And they were like even engineer in the term like software engineer, yes, but also these kind of early adopter of these beneficent way of gathering data and complex system into modulation and component and building the back end of a lot of stuff that we did together. And they told me like, Frédéric, there's no way you're going to be a project manager on that project that you've been assigned. We want you to become our Scrum Masters. Could you imagine? So that's why, like a Scrum Master, it's a leader who serve. It's a leader of project. It's a leader of product that will lead the team as a servant at the services of those programmer, at the services of the designer, at the services of the business. And as Uncle Bob just said, and this is how I start, actually, craftsmanship, my latest blog just before Christmas, Agora and open space technology. Have we forgotten one of the core principles of the Agile Manifesto? My favorite one, the one for me from the customer experience side, from the even not the business, because the business were also pressuring the customer contact center back in the day. We always been the bitch. We have to satisfy the customer. We have to solve any challenge created by marketing. Marketing and business people are the problem, are the one who don't grasp the importance of craftsmanship, of those who do the product, of those who do and produce the solution, and those who also do the after sale, complain, where is my order? Where is my product? It doesn't work. And we are the feedback loop in customer experience. We were the one bringing up the voice of the customer to the developer. But no, the split happened. And for me, I predicted you. The split was already there with the Agile Industrial Complex since 2016. And moving forward, I told you 2022 was the year of the great split. 2023 was the time to make choice, to choose your camp. And 2024, to tell you the truth, is the downfall. It's the complete decay and destruction of agility and agile as it is, because we forget, because we are full of bullshitter, full of snake oil prayer and preacher that doesn't know anything, not just about the history, but about the core value and principle that makes agile something great, something that exists as an adjective, to move faster, to be smarter, to work better, to uncover new ways of work. So one of the original 12 principles, my favorite one, for collaboration between IT professionals and business professional people to deliver value to customer. Without customer, you don't have your stupid business. Come on, wake up. This was and still is a unifying goal of the Agile movement. But where are we now in 2025? How did software developer become so fragmented? Why has Agile consultancy often failed to uphold this principle, prioritizing profit over purpose and people craftsmanship. It's like the French Revolution over and over again. The crony capitalists over the free market of ideas and the free market capitalists. The issue isn't with agile itself. It's an adjective, for God's sake. It's with the industrialization of the community that became institutionalized. Agile have been hijacked. The origin of 2001 have been completely hijacked, leading to what feels like an agile industrial complex that emphasizes framework over collaboration and value delivery. And by the way, I know I repeat myself, and you're going to know tonight at the end of this podcast that I won't repeat myself after tonight, this December 27, 2024. And by the way, this term, agile industrial complex, was from an observation of Mike Beadle, excuse me, not Mike Beadle, Daniel Mizik and Martin Fowler. Martin Fowler was the first one to talk about it specifically, but it was written before and some other articles from Daniel Mizik and the Culture Game, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment below. So it's time for change, not reimagination, blah, 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 blah. Institution like Agile Alliance and Agile Montréal, while well-intentioned at first, must also reflect on their role and responsibilities and this decay. Instead of reimagine Agile, let's Tron, and I define Tron from this great movie, truly realize be on for your customer, be on for your employee, like responsible professional stakeholders to the basic principles that work, process that serve, and partnership that create value for the customer. Looking ahead 2025, because this is it, anti-new year, it's not about reflecting and doing those stupid, goofy retrospective that LinkedIn and Medium will be invaded and inflated by those soi-disant influencer or thinker or thought leader, my ass. No, we have to be anti-new year. We have to be disruptive, and we have to look onward 2025, looking ahead with positivity, constructivity, and I hope to see developers and business leaders stepping up together. Imagine an agora, a space of stewardship, open debate, and an open circle, and shared responsibility, where we focus on meaningful progress, not only for the business world, but for civil society as a whole. So a special thanks to Robert C. Martin, Uncle Bob, for the reminder that the true Scrum Master, like I've aimed to be since 1999, is a process enabler and a leader who serve at your services. Our role is to empower developers, subject matter experts, and teams to build the right thing at the right time. Simple. Thank you also to Daniel Mizik for advocating civil discourse and stewardship and for calling us back to craftsmanship and value creation. So I ask, do we need a Tron to break through in 2025? Will the Agora be our Tron? Let's bring back the core of Agile, collaboration, craftsmanship, and responsibility. Thank you very much for this first part. Now, as you could see, I'm still kind of sick. I'm still like, it's my first day with my voice, and I did challenge myself. This is craftsmanship, you know? This is exactly what is craftsmanship, I think. And to be a servant leader for you, to do this last live stream of the year on this Friday, the 27th of December. That's going to be replay on the audio podcast for those who prefer to grab it into Spotify and so on. Be my guest. It's going to be available this weekend in time for your New Year holidays. Let's go back to the music of the Lounge King, and let me do a little bit of hiding, and let's see the chat. I think my friend Ryan is there, enjoying his lunch. Yes, she's a lovely person, absolutely. And we discussed with Anne Brea, a beautiful imaging of agile Taylorism. That was amazing. All of this inspired me for this call for Nagora for responsible agility. But unfortunately, I am tired. I did in my personal life and the wood here in Quebec a couple of weeks ago a shadow hunting with the shaman from the Abenaki nation. And and here we said what we said, Ryan. Somebody has to lead, and no one has, nor should there be one great man leader. Well. If we had been a real community, the sum of great Scrum Master, leader who serve at the service of the craftsmanship of those who do, of those who craft, it will have been a good start. But unfortunately, the Scrum Master have been adjected, as well as the pseudo agile coach, have been adjected into submission into this industrial complex, into this tyranny of framework, and the business marketing always right, always the right one. So anyway, when you lose your voice, when you do shadow hunting and you start to see around you who could be your friend, that's why I put the quote, just let me put it again, that I took from the Westworld TV series from Gina Atwater. A real friend is one who walks in when the rest of the world walks out. So tonight I'm walking out because I'm not a real friend anymore of this agile movement. I'm sick and tired. My voice represents tonight, and I'm so happy to have this voice because it represents the tiredness. And I discover I'm probably in a kind of high functional depression for the last 6 years, and I have enough. I have more than enough. And just to show you how many times I've been saying it in the last 3 years, how many times I tried to wake up people, how many times, even if I was grieving Mike Beadle, my mentor, I tried to be the voice he was, but I'm not him. I am me, and I don't have the same notorious or notoriety that he has. But guys, it's impossible. You already kill me. You kill me. LinkedIn kill me. The Montreal network killed me. The Quebec Inc. business system killed me. I'm dead. I'm dying. The death of an agile coach on September 10, 2023. It's about a year and a half ago. I was back from my vacation. What's wrong with agile coaching? Inspired by Arthur Miller, played The Death of a Salesman, written in 1948. I try to tell you enough is enough. No, nobody wants to hear shit. Agile is the new waterfall. And here you have it, guys. There's nothing to do with this movement. There's nothing to do with these lame bunch of loser, especially in the French part of Quebec, especially in this French Quebec Inc. of, as we say in French and French Canadian, we say like Tidjo connaissant, those who know it all. They know it all and they apply it because they read a book and they watch a couple of videos on YouTube and they improvise themselves. Agile specialists, agile master. Even worse, they so cherish the Catholic Church. They came with LinkedIn kind of tagline of "I'm an evangelist. I'm a DevOps evangelist. I'm an agile evangelist. I'm a priest of agile. I know the verse. I know the 12 principle, but I don't apply them into pattern. No. I don't care what the developer says, even if he's better than me from his computer school. No. So I have enough, guys. I have enough and I quit. So to complete this, and you'll see, it maybe sound a little bit negative. It's dark, it's shadowy, but there's light, as you could see. and the phoenix will rise again. Because 2025 is going to be my year, my way of working. Let's listen to this. Why am I stepping away from the agile movement? Every word here is important. Every word has a weight. Why am I stepping away from the agile movement? Maybe I should lower the music a little bit. I don't know for you. All right. So let me read you my resignation letter to that fading and decaying movement. It is with a mix of nostalgia and solemn reflection that I share this decision with you tonight at the eve of 2025, my upcoming Phoenix year, in my case, professionally and personally. I'm officially stepping away from my active participation in the Agile movement as it exists today, as it is today. This choice, while deeply personal, is not made lightly. It mark it marks the end of a great chapter that has profoundly shaped my professional journey. Yeah, a quarter of century, 25 years in my case. From working alongside pioneers like Mike Beadle to building Agile Lounge, where I sought to uphold the original spirit of Agile and the business agility revolution. In my blogs and podcasts, including Death of an Agile Coach or The End of Agile, among others, I have voiced in the last 4 years my concerns about the direction the movement has taken. What was once a beacon of simplicity, collaboration, and continuous improvement now feels burdened by industrialization, rigid framework, and an overemphasis on certification rather than substance. When I first joined this journey on November 1999 with McAllister and Jean-Yves, this great engineer, Agile was a promise. It was a call to empower people, not just developer, all the worker, all the people that was creating some value. It was a call to foster a genuine collaboration between people and between the teams, and deliver meaningful value through empiricism and adaptability, the true core of what agile is as an adjective. I believe and still believe that these principles have the power to transform not only enterprise, but also the lives of those who work within them. And I've seen it more than once. Yet, over time, that promise seems to have drifted. Too often, what we see today is a far cry from the original version and the original vision. Agile has become, in many cases, a codified industry focused on compliance rather than outcomes. Its humanistic and empirical roots seen overshadowed by bureaucracy and dogma. And stepping away, I am not abandoning the core value of Agile or business agility. On the contrary, I am reclaiming them. My energy will now be directed toward initiatives that embody those values without the weight of institutional conformity. For me, agile has become and sorry. For me, agile is not about adhering to a specific framework. It's about embracing a mindset of simplicity, authenticity. Sorry about that. Let me drink a little bit. Let me do that paragraph again. And stepping away, I am not abandoning the core value of Agile. On the contrary, I am reclaiming them. My energy will now be directed toward initiatives that embody those values without the weight of institutional conformity. For me, Agile is not about adhering to a specific framework. It's about embracing a mindset of simplicity, authenticity, and value driven action. To those who continue on this path, I offer you my sincere condolences. Just kidding. I offer you my sincere respect. The journey ahead is not without challenges, but the potential for meaningful change remains vast. And if we stay true to Agile funding principle, you could achieve something. Thank you to everyone during those last 25 years who has been part of this incredible journey, from clients and colleagues to the vibrant Agile community at some point, or some tribe like the Beatles. You have enriched my vision and deepened my understanding. As I step away from the movement, I do so with gratitude and a commitment to carry on the spirit of Agile into new horizon and to new ways of working. Sincerely and with my deepest affection, Alexandre Frédéric Joly, founder and principal coach at the Agile Lounge that will be no more in 2025. Voilà. It was the anti-New Year, the non-retrospective, and my resignation to a movement. I don't want to put my energy anymore. I cast away the shadow of those institutions, those people, and the institution, and somewhere else. And now I got a chat. I got a cat to catch up. Where were we? Let's see this. Yeah, okay. So I thought that's very curious. It's only you, my dear Ryan. I see 26 people there, so that's your time to interact with me. Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap it up and I'm gonna go take care of myself. Well, I don't know, my dear. Is it an ugly divorce? Well, for sure, Montreal. It's very special. It's a very special network of French, English people who think they know and people they know, and it's hard to explain. But it's not. I don't see it as a divorce. It's I step away. I'm gonna move aside. I'm gonna do my own way. Um, whether I work in contact center as a CSAS, whether I'm gonna become again my one of my favorite career was actually a customer experience designer. You know, taking the feedback of the customer and bringing it to the developers and stuff like this. So I don't wanna be a leader who serve within team and organization that are not supported by institution. Agile Montreal does fuck all, literally fuck all, to implement good practices, to implement the pattern from those great values. They don't explain it, they don't train it, they don't mentor it, and they stole ideas of others to just make some kind of noise. They do an open agile without mentioning you guys. Uh, or Harrison Owen at least. No, they do an open agile with ideas. They just talk shit. They don't do any action. They do this agile tour with thousands of people in a great conference hall, but they are not capable of take this opportunity on that day to literally teach and challenge the businesses that they are there, and those businesses there with their kiosk to hire people, scrum master that won't be able to be a leader, not even a servant, will be the bitch of a PM. and PM here in the both sense: product manager, product owner, or project manager. So for me, it's not necessarily an ugly divorce. I don't know why you say that. Um, and it was never a love story, by the way, because back in 1999, the Scrum people, when we saw the manifesto out with the faker, Alistair Coburn, and we were like, what the fuck is that? Because we didn't need any kind of value or principle to create pattern. We already had our pattern of delivery, our pattern of practical thing and empirism. And even though with the open space that was already there, by the way, it was already something that could put people together. At least this principle of business people with their ideas and what they want to achieve with customer feedback, and the craftsman people and craftwoman people that will make it happen. So, for me, it's never been necessarily a love story. The gathering in Utah happened because 25 guys were arguing exactly like today. We're back to square one. We're back to square one. My framework is better and bigger than yours. It's like we are back into this kindergarten, no responsible adults, just a bunch of stupid people. But hey, we have 20 some years experience now. I was part of the co-signer, so I know shit what I'm talking about. Yeah, right. You don't know shit. So I'm sick and tired. It's not a divorce, Ryan. It's a shadow hunting. For me, all of this movement, even yourself, what you do with your channel at some point, it's a one paper more. It's a nod. It's an e-nod extra on the web, on the internet, to claim something, to claim an insatisfaction, or like your hashtag, no such thing as an agile coach. Okay, so why we say that? It was great for 6, 7 years before the pandemic. Huh? People make a lot of money with that. Even myself, by the way, even myself. So every great idea, when it become popular, when the chasm happened, exactly when you mentioned here, now instead of 40 people, they are exactly. So the masses, the chasm make the masses, the mass adoption lower the quality within the quantity. By the way, the blockchain movement will celebrate its 15 years this next week, next Friday, with the Bitcoin. We are being hijacked now. We are hijacked by the Trump Dodge movement. The snake oil Elon Musk is there to make sure to derail the movement. So even the blockchain now, they are becoming institutionalized in the conformity of this idea. So and this I'm gonna put in the pine comment of YouTube and Rumble. A great Tucker Carlson interview with one of the pioneer of the Bitcoin movement. Listen to what he says, and it's not just the ICF. Come on, it's everyone, including Open Leadership Network with a certification program. Everyone, including Agile Lounge, we are all in it together. We did all hijacked it for our own profit and benefits, and we crunched the craft woman and the craftsmanship of developers and designers. We destroyed their work like the French Revolution did when the bourgeois, when the bougies took over the king, and they started a capitalism of not even craftsmanship. So ICF, it's a coaching federation and sports and everything. They just add legs into their organization, institution. But for me, all of them, all of them. Scrum org, Dave West is a shield. Come on. That's making me smile. I told it to Danielle. Really, if nobody told you, I'm gonna fucking tell you. Because if you think like, yes, I do prefer Agile Boston. Yes, the conversation are better. Yes, the people are great. It's not about the people, it's about the ideas. But at the end of the day, when I see the projection that some people within Scrum org do to Scrum Alliance, is the same fucking shit. They have a certification program, they make money out of it, period. Okay, period. So don't blame the monkey when you are the monkey yourself. Okay, because you're just repeating what the bad monkey is doing. So for me, that's what I'm tired of. I'm tired to argue. I'm tired to when I sit down to have a beer, at the Scrum beer, and then I see some engineer coming and says like, "Ah, we like your Scrum beer because you don't take yourself too seriously, and you seems to be a very meaningful Scrum master who understand the empirical process, and you bridging with us exactly." And business people say the same with me. So this is what we need. We need more people who are meaningful and authentic, that are there to help and to help deliver shit. Period. So, and I realize in the last 3, 4 years, most of my mission were not around being an agile coach or a scrum master, for say, not even a project manager. I was someone in a team to create an environment to win. And of course, in the back end of myself and my back pocket, I was applying more agility. But as I said, I'm not stepping out of agile, especially not Scrum. But I will do like my great team and great client achieve, those value-based company who don't need shit about those institutions or those big firm before the big four and everything with all their framework. No, they don't need that. They just need to reflect and adapt their ways of working to deliver their product. Period. So I'm gonna go put my energy into that. I already had started that in 2020 in Mexico. I'm gonna go do it now even more, and that's it. So I won't be participating anymore in any webinar of Agile Boston or this and that. I might only reserve the Give Thanks for Scrum because it's a nice gathering, and I love to go in Boston during the Thanksgiving season. So I'll do it selfishly and to see great people like Dan Lefebvre, Dan Mizik, and others, and maybe yourself, Ryan. But don't expect me. And this thing that I tried to start, I didn't receive any good reception. I don't see how alone I will be able to do a big smash. And if I go to the Alliance for Responsible Citizenship, all I want to go there with business agility or agile. So I won't put any effort, any energy. None of my team will draw a logo or stuff. That's it. That's all. I don't have fracking energy to put into this. So this year, I'm going to walk the talk of going out of that movement. And I don't identify anymore as whatever it is. And if someone is very serious about hiring a real Scrum Master, a leader who serves, who has the authority and power of helping his team, I'm in. But if you want a fake PCO or a stupid Loomsy that will just organize whatever the thing within the framework of safe or what have you, go fuck yourself. Don't even call me. I don't want your fucking contract. I don't want to work and just that kind of anti-value, anti-value creation, anti-humanistic, and non-authentic stuff. Okay? I want to do the real McCoy stuff. You hire me because I have 20 years experience of doing it with 999 team almost. So go fuck yourself if you just want uh, a servant. If you want a leader who serve the people you work with, I'm in. Otherwise, go fuck yourself. Am I clear? Am I clear enough? Am I clear enough in my shadow hunting right now in my Onward 2025? I hope so. And LinkedIn linked out. I don't care. I couldn't care less. Anyways, as I said in French, Ryan, you probably missed that part. I had a great brunch with a VP, a great friend of mine, an ex-client who loves me, and she gave me the a backstory of why I'm struggling so much winning contract in Quebec. It's because apparently I'm on a couple of blacklists because I'm authentic, because I'm neurodivergent, because even though I'm a conservative, oh, They judge me as a conservative. I didn't know myself. I don't label myself of progressive, liberal, or whatever, but apparently in Quebec, you cannot do business and be a conservative. That's new to me because when I was a little kid in the 1980s, if you were a liberal, you were a sucker, and if you were conservative, anyways. So that's all bullshit. Often you say, guys, especially you at the Open Leadership Network, oh, that's the game, the rule of the game. Yeah, but the game have been rigged. I've been hijacked, and now I'm excluded. I cannot play because people perceive me as a dangerous, conservative, extreme right, white, angry man. So don't give him any contract. Let him die. Let him fucking die. They want me to go away, I'll go away. That's simple as it. I won't complain. I won't blame. I will take action. And one of this action is to step away this movement that have no value. It's not representing my value anymore. And nobody on any side of this agile thing are really meaningful of doing something meaningful, authentic, and productive about it. So that's that. That's it, guys. I hope you liked it. And let's have fun. I'm going to go to another table now, another play table, creating my own game. So I don't know, beside Ryan, who was very interactive, I hope you're doing well, my friend. And I hope even if I'm detaching myself from this agile stupidity, I will still be able to share thoughts and stuff. But I see 26 people watching across the board. Is there anyone who wants to comment something? And yes, for sure, I will go where you love and appreciate because I want to love and appreciate those people in return. So, among the other 20 people, if you have nothing to say, stay silent forever. Don't write to me in private that I shouldn't have done that, especially not on LinkedIn. I don't care. And if you're a recruiter passing by and you arrive at 1:15 and 1:16 hours now, and you saw me say fuck you to your silly non-real Scrum Master job, but that's true. Don't even call me. I don't want to work with your client who doesn't understand the real value and the real power of Scrum. Period. I'm at this point, anyways. After 2, 3 years being rejected, being on blacklist apparently for my political opinion, uh, which is not even my political opinion. So I don't know the fuck they judge, but that's it. And yeah, I've been asked to be removed also from 2 advisory board that I was part because of my speaking out on the agile movement, like tonight. So be it. Yeah, so that's why I think I need to erase myself and I need to concentrate, as you mentioned, to go where people love and appreciate me as I am, truly. Because at the moment I don't see how and why I should change more. I could adapt, yes, always adapt, but now I need a little return. I need people now. Do your part. Do your part. You want me to accept you? It's your turn to accept me as I am as well. And don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me how to be because I know who I am and I even know the God and Goddess that empower us. So back off. All right? Back off. So on that, I want to wish you an happy new year now because in my family there's a tradition that we do that only when it's 2025. So starting January 1st all the way up to mid-January, if it's the first time I meet you, I'm gonna wish you this happy whatever because it's only a Gregorian calendar. I'm not in it for me in my sense. It's my 4th month, anyways. So take your birthday. Your birthday is your new year. It's your new turn of the sun. So it's the most important date of the year for you. So on that, Amazing and beautiful people. Once again, maybe for the last time, for the last live, because after that, it's going to be some videos, yes, but the old fashioned way, pre recorded, with a little like thing like this. And it's going to jump here and there. Don't expect any Friday Live Agile. Don't expect any They're real Agile, sort of, but probably more AFJ podcasts. AFJ podcasts, AFJ Business Pro, no more Agile, no more business agility, everything that is meaningful for the customer and the experience of every one of us. And so remember who you truly are. You are wonderful. You are powerful. And your power resides in what? In being whoever you want it to be and to do whatever you want it to do in respect of one another. On that respect, stay curious, stay focused, and go higher than you think you could. Cheers.